But we gotta talk about somebody super classic, man. We gotta talk about this Stephanie Mills situation with Beyonce, man. First of all, man, this is a Iceberg Holmes situation.
Oh my gosh! Stop.
Nah.
Iceberg Holmes, you know what I'm saying? Hey, hold up. First of all,
Iceberg need to stay off Amazon. First of all, that's what you need to do. Stay off Amazon.
First of all, what the heck is going on, man?
Elementary,
Stephanie
my dear
Mills-
Watson.
Stephanie Mills was on. She was on Breakfast Club, basically talking about Diana Ross, and they try to basically compare to Beyonce. Stephanie Mills said she was dusty, man, extra dust, man.
Here you go,
and she
doing
couldn't
like
hold
Miss
it, and
LB
she
caught
said she's
y'all.
a rapper.
Here you go.
You the
like,
worst for those pictures too. I see him on the corners.
Oh man, she classy. So basically, okay, of course the Beehive. Hey man, we don't want nothing with y'all. Beehive was basically saying that, man, that she is classy. She's not hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Even though she got the little bikini joints over here in the corner, and they got boobs out. And she can't satisfy her husband. But
say it again, J. Camp, please. Because if you don't, I will.
Go ahead,
S-T to the O to the P, Iceberg.
Stop the cap.
Look, I'm waiting for you to put some bubbles in that pipe, Iceberg. I'm waiting for you to put some little bubbles in there.
hey man, does she have a point though, J. Camp, man?
Oh man.
Is Diana Ross on? Like I said, man, we didn't grow up in the Diana Ross era, but we saw Pops and all that, Mom Dukes and all that jigging to it.
Music.
Is Diana Ross on a whole nother level than Beyonce?
I mean, if you talk to like OGs, like who was there, who lived that,
Fact.
who seen Diana Ross live, they swear by Diana Ross, bro. So when I actually seen this, I was like, my pops would go so hard for Diana Ross, like
Facts.
You know
She
what I'm
was
saying?
icy.
You know what I'm saying? Like she was different back then, man. Like I don't want to say that Beyonce is polarizing, but she's polarizing to a point.
Cushy.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas Diana Ross was universally loved, like
Facts.
by all delegations, all genres.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there was any cap with what Stephanie was saying at all. That's my personal opinion. But I just know like OGs swear by Diana Ross. Swear by her.
Yeah,
Almost like they'll fight you. Like the dude with the leather jacket. You know what I'm saying? Who got his favorite team on the back of the leather.
Let's get it, Iceberg.
He gonna pull up on you if you say something about Diana Ross. You know what I'm saying? He'll
Like
put
Irish.
his rib down. He'll put his rib tips back in the box if you say something about Diana Ross.
Facts.
That's barbershop. Even the barbershop dude, the barbershop OG who just get the scissor cut. He'll fight you saying something about Diana Ross.
Oh, ain't nothing but
Go
all
in though, Bebo.
Nah,
That'd be $8.
right. For one snip.
That'd be $8.
You got it straight even. Everything is real even. Patio front.
Let me get that 27 right there on the wall. Let me get the 27.
Oh man, I'm like the
a
large
razor.
poster board that most every barbershop has. Oh man, compare him to Mama said compare him to Sherlock Holmes once and Iceberg suits up. Oh shoot. No, I think that I don't think that Stephanie Mills meant any ill intent
It wasn't
whatsoever.
disrespectful.
Nah,
I do think that personally, I think that one, just as a preliminary, Diana Ross is a legend in her right. Beyonce, you know, she does her thing in her right as well. At the same time, I think that the two are kind of interchangeable in their own way. Or rather, what I mean is, I do believe, and I felt like Beyonce is the Diana Ross of today's generation. Because if you think about it, when and like you said, J Camp, you know, like boomers and, you know, their parents and so forth, they're going to swear up and down by Diana Ross. But people of today's age, they swear by Beyonce.
And that's fine.
And it is
but
fine.
At least hear it. But at least you don't have to troll her. At least hear her out.
Right. At least hear her out.
She's seen both. At least she has perspective.
Right. And I think if you were to swap the two into different time, into opposite, you know, it's, in other words, if you were to put Beyonce into Diana's time frame and Diana into Beyonce's time frame, I think that they would conduct themselves in similar fashions that they each do. You know what I'm saying? And this goes to the classy comment that Stephanie Mills said about Diana Ross. You know, she said something about Diana Ross being classy and Beyonce being more hip hop. Diana Ross could be more quote unquote visually modern, I think is what she meant by that. If the roles were reversed. And you know, back and let me say this too, and I'll land the plane. I do believe that Beyonce would be more traditional, so to speak, if she, you know, if it was, you know, if she came up during the Diana Ross time frame, because when she went over to the Middle East to do that private performance, she held off on doing certain content. So that just goes to show that she would capitulate to the times and, you know, the culture of the situation. But I digress from there.
Well, and this is the thing,
great
man,
music, Darren. I definitely want to make sure I salute Darren and Devon.
Yeah,
because I agree with that.
Darren's saying if you listen to it on the podcast,
was fire.
Yeah, if you listen to it on the podcast, Darren's saying that Solange has great music, and then Devon said he also he rocks with her.
Last
I like
album
them cakes
was fire,
too,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? I like the cakes.
And she
Darren and Mary
gave
Jay raised her
2-piece.
profile. Period. Yeah.
Did she give Jay that 2-piece on that elevator? Vern had to come in and be like,
Iceberg Holmes on the case. Elementary, my dear J Camp.
Motherfucker got rocked. Got hit that elevator. Motherfucker. I don't know if he got rocked in that elevator. That's all I know. There. You know?
all I know, he tried to shield, and he
I don't know if he got rocked in that elevator. It don't take a scientist to see that. It don't take no rocket scientist to see that hit that elevator.
Somebody mentioned Creed earlier. It was Solange.
Right.
Dog. So much Creed.
It ain't no peace pipe.
You know he got hit in that elevator. Somebody tried to hit me in my snot locker.
It ain't the peace pipe, Devon.